Our home of Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, is working to reclaim our main street in the same way it began to thrive, with the railroad. Can a railroad reinvent itself? Can the old station that once was the hub of coal and industry revitalize a town in a healthier, more modern way? We don't know, but with your help, we'd like to find out.
Wherever you see an old sleigh dump, there was a mine. So they were everywhere. And this was kind of like the central hub. That's why I believe there were maybe 4 tracks in the railroad yard. And it was one of the largest areas of coal to be shipped out was Burgettstown.
You know, everybody did everything here in town. That was it. And if you drove into Burgettstown or you walked into Burgettstown. If you talk to younger people in the high school, and I taught there for years and years and years, and you tell them that you used to be able to come down to Burgettstown and go to one of 3 theaters, and there were 8 different places where you could go afterward to eat. They look at you like you have 2 heads and you don't know what you're talking about. And we need to, I guess, reinvent their vision of what we can be, not necessarily what we were at one time. So I think it's the potential that we need to sell. You're looking, I think it was a blessing and a curse when they put the bypass in. Everybody was extremely excited in Burgettstown when they put the 4 lanes in, because they thought this was going to bring prosperity to the area. Basically what it is, it cut the town off. So no one drove through town anymore, and they didn't see what was here, and they didn't see the potential. And I think what we need to do is we need to market the potential. It's difficult to market what we have because what we have is in great need of repair, but the potential is unbelievable, I think.
2007.
And then when was it finished?
And we were finished in 2016. In December of 2016, we leased it out to our first leaseholder.
We started this project over 10 years ago, and I don't think if we wouldn't have finished this train station project, I don't know that we'd be here today. I mean, through the trials and tribulations of trying to find money, I forget the number, but I know we're, at least $500,000 into this building. When they started the actual work of this building, the contractor went a little too far and we ended up having to take the whole thing down. It would turn into a restoration project, turn into a complete demo and rebuild. Lo and behold, here we sit. It's a very beautiful building here, and it's the capstone of this main street here, and I think it's what's going to bring people here.
And we have buildings with strong bones. They just don't look very good. So we need somebody to make the first move, and this was the first move. But unfortunately now, we need somebody to come in and say, okay, we'll bite.
I'm Luke Snatchko, president of the Burgettstown Area Community Development Corporation, and this is the G.C. Murphy building. And this is a building that we own. We bought at a tax sale a few years ago, and we have a plan to turn the main part of this building into a business incubator. And the main plan that we have right now is for the annex. That's where they used to have the paint supplies and the sewing things whenever I was a youngster. And we plan to make that into a snack bar and a hostel for the trail. And because we are the first town on the new coast-to-coast bike trail, we're the first town coming in from the west, and we want to make this a welcome center. Walden's Restaurant right here, just seconds from the trail. As you can see, the trail is 50 feet just up the street from here.
This was a livery stable originally in the 1800s, and then they converted it into 2 buildings, and the tin on the walls and the ceilings is all the original patterns from the early, probably late 1800s, early 1900s. You can't, there used to be gas lights. The exposed line. But I can't find the patterns anywhere, so I can't get the tin remade. I can't patch any of the rusting tin. So this is our map where people put the pins represent places people come from
From the trail.
the bike trail mainly. So we've had people from 48 of the 50 states. This is just like a registry where people write their stories about going across country and the journeys, why they're going.
The building behind us is the old Burgettstown Enterprise building. It was built in 1896, and our local historian, Debbie Varan, and her organization, the Fort Vance Historical Society, has their eye on that. Behind me is the old Burgettstown hardware store. When I was young, it was owned by John Wider, but it's more famously known as the home of Pauline the pig. So John had a pet pig, and her name was Pauline, and she became famous. She made the news, and for a lot of my childhood, Burgettstown was known for being the home of Pauline the pig.
And she walked around town.
Pauline wasn't in a pen, or she wasn't leashed. Pretty much this area here was her home, and she didn't stray very far away from here, but if you would drive by, you would definitely, chances are you would catch a glimpse of Pauline right here on the street. Our organization has invested close to $10,000 in drawings for the bank building, as well as the GC Murphy building, and we have mechanical drawings and a floor plan for a hostel, a restaurant, and a snack bar, as well as a welcome center for the Panhandle Trail.
I was shocked that the Statue of Liberty on the corner down there used to be a focus for everybody who was riding the trail. They would stop and they would walk down to the corner and they would have their picture taken with the Statue of Liberty. And I'm thinking, well, okay, then here's something that we can use. So I figured that corner is a perfect place for us to put a small park and put the Statue of Liberty back and make it a focus, a nice little green space right in the middle of town that we can build around.
And especially at a time when there aren't many main streets really left anywhere, and to have this area still preserved and still the ability to build inside of it, I mean, there's a lot of potential here. That's why I'm involved in this. I really love that aspect of it. I drive through here all the time, and I see the potential of what it could be, and eventually what it will be, and you just get excited about it.